Hello coaches, we've had a few people reach out on Sunday about the last post, which was building with double sixes, building with two central midfielders. If you haven't seen the video, it's a good reason to subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, please subscribe. But we've had a few people reach out and say, all right, $1 million question, really like the system, really like the ideas, how would you train that? So I figured I would jump on this week and give some ideas around session design, around exercises, and then tying that together with a very, very special offer we have on the Modern Soccer Coach website this week. If you order a copy of the Detail book, you can get a free copy of the ebook, Modern Soccer Coach 20 Attack and Training Sessions. The link is below to take advantage of that, modernsoccercoach.com/shop. And we're going to take a look at one of the sessions from the ebook on building centrally right now. So what we've done with the ebook, we've put 20 attacking training topics. So this can be build out play, this can be midfield progression, this can be final third, chance creation. Put the topics and do 3 exercises for each. So 60 exercises total. Make it all principle based, so it's not off playing off a certain formation, and put them all together in one ebook. So I'm going to take one of the sessions today and give you an example of playing centrally, how I would organize that. So the first exercise I would do as a warm-up would be a 4v2 possessional game. Now, I'm not big on non-contextual possession games where you just have 4 players playing against 2 and keeping it for 20 minutes. I want to be as specific as possible. I want to try and communicate what the objectives are for the exercise. So for this one, I'm going to use a goalkeeper, 2 centre-backs and 1 6 playing against 2 pressing players in red. Now, why I'm going for 1 6 is because, I'm going to structure the session around 2 6s, but sometimes the drawback with 2 6s are that they are quite static. So I want to get that 1 6 moving. Very, very simple exercise. They're playing the ball. The objective is to play the ball across the grid and look to split the 2. If the 2 win the ball back, then they can score in the goal. You play for 45 seconds, you restart it as a coach, and you're always looking for the number 6 to keep the angles and move across the line in relation to the ball. 12 minutes max, communicate your objectives, and then we move on and progress it. Alright, our progression now is going from a 4v2 into a 7v5 game to 2 big goals. So we're going to play the goalkeeper, 2 centre-backs, 2 holding midfielders, and 2 full-backs that can move up and down the line. We'll play against 4 defensive pressing players. We'll give them a goal to play into. We'll also give them a goalkeeper. So similar to the Rondo, similar idea. The objective is to play within a central area. Use the fullbacks to play up and down. They're limited to 2 touch, so there's always movements from across. Looking to get the centre-backs to split passes. If they score from a central pass from a centre-back, it's worth double. So you incentivize central passes rather than have them rely on the fullbacks. If the red team score, they can go to goal straight away and score 2 points in transition to incentivize them to press as well. And then the next training game I would play would be a 7v7 plus 2 game. Again, starting with 2 centre-backs, a goalkeeper, 2 holding midfielders. Then we'll look for a number 10 and a number 9 as attacking players. We'll give the opponents same numbers, but we'll give them a different system. And then we'll have both teams having access to 2 neutrals on the outside that they can use. Again, limited to 2 touch because you don't want them to go dribbling down the line unopposed. And what I love about this game is if you build effectively using the 2 holders, it allows that wide neutral to get higher up the pitch and receive the ball higher and receive the ball in an attacking position. So maybe that's something that you communicate to the team. Try not to use the neutral player as an outlet so early. Try and use them as an outlet to attack rather than to break pressure, and encourage players to try and solve it with different rotations or different movement or individual skill. They can try and release that player higher up the pitch in a goal scoring opportunity, which perhaps is more realistic for a match day. So there's 3 exercises, all related around playing centrally, all related around playing with 2 6s in my example. But if you like, you can change those to play with 1 6 and you can adapt them. All the sessions in the ebook with the link below, all these sessions are principle based, meaning that you don't have to play with 1 or you don't have to play with 2. There's enough space in the exercises that you can adapt it as a coach. There's still room for creativity with your session design that you can adapt or change or modify an exercise, but the idea will stay the same in terms of the principles, which for this one is build centrally, look to combine, look for those centre backs to play progressive passes. Don't rely too much on the outside backs too early, because if you do rely on them too early, they're not going to be able to take advanced positions. On the video on Sunday, we showed a good example of what can happen if you get those wide players higher and engage in the opposition back four. You can create overloads in front of the opposition back four. You can also get access to that vertical space in behind the back four, but it takes quality possession in the build-up in central areas, which there is an element of high risk that you've got to be able to break and solve. That takes good work on the training ground, and that takes good exercises that can hopefully bring that out. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Just a little example of how you can bring an idea from a tactical element onto the training pitch and then hopefully bring it back on a Saturday or a game day. If you did enjoy it, please check out the ebook below. There's 19 other sessions that are quite similar in terms of thinking and setup. You can also take advantage of getting a free book with it right now. modernsoccercoach.com/shop. Link is below. Thanks so much. I will see you next week.